Oh, good morning. Good morning. It's Monday, May sixth, 2024, 9 a.m. This is Muscatine County Board of Supervisors. I'd like to call the meeting to order. First item on the agenda is to review the agenda.
Move to approve as presented.
A motion by Scott and a second by Nathan. Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Motion carries. Item number 3 is discussion and possible action to approve a request by the Muscatine Police Department to use county property on August 6, 2024 for a national night out event with Lieutenant Ryan Buss. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for letting me come talk to you guys today. Last year, we got involved with National Night Out, and essentially what it is, it's an organization that seeks to build community partnerships, and what they encourage are like block party type events, things of that nature. So last year, we went to Taylor Park, Franklin School area. They redid that whole park, and we wanted to draw some attention there and get involved with the community since there's a school right there, lots of kids in the area. So and we had a great turnout last year for being our first year. So this year we're looking to have it in a different location, and with the Mulberry Revitalization Project and Jefferson School being right there, we thought kind of a centralized location would be awesome. So what we're looking for is to be able to use that open grass lot in the parking lot between 4th and 5th on Mulberry. A lot of the things that we had bounce houses, we had various community organizations that brought in just like games and stuff for kids. We will be having food provided by Hy-Vee in the form of like hot dogs and chips and stuff like that. We'll be closing off a portion of Mulberry and possibly 4th Street to have a static display of police and fire vehicles, just for everybody to look at and get to know those. But we're gonna have lots of police officers there. We want to really be involved in the community, get to know them, and have them feel comfortable approaching us when they see us, and we thought that would be a great location. So that is what I'm coming to you guys, asking for permission to use those.
I didn't look at what day of week that is. Is that a?
So National Night Out, it's always the first Tuesday in August, so it is August 6th.
The only thing I would think you've talked to the clerk of courts, because I knew they do a lot of parking in that lot. Are you wanting the entire lot, or you just want to use portions of that?
If we could use the entire lot, that would be great. If not, we will work with what we have.
Would you need
4 o'clock, I think, is what, 4 to 10?
the setup's at 4?
Yeah, the setup would be at 4, and then we would tear everything down by 10 o'clock.
Would you need the lot cleared by 4? Because we have people from the courthouse that would park there, and typically they leave. They get off at 4:30.
Yeah, no, we would not need it entirely clear.
Okay.
People would be invited to start setting up at that time. So.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, so if we just communicate with the court system and
Yep.
employees, just to get people to clear out as quickly as they can that day, that'd be good. Good.
I'll move.
Have a motion by Danny,
Second.
second by Kurt. Any further discussion? I think it's a great opportunity and appreciate you
And
coming.
they have already, just so you know, they
Yeah,
have
I saw
already
that.
provided a certificate of
Yep.
insurance,
Saw
so.
all that.
Very good.
Okay, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Motion carries.
Awesome. Thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Item number 4 are items with the Muscatine County Engineer Brian Horowski. Item A, discussion and possible action to approve resolution 0506-2401 selling Muscatine County Bridge number 221 located on the vacated portion of Jasper Avenue, roughly 3,000 feet south of 205th Street in sections 33, 34, TD 77 North, RO 03 West, all within Lake Township, Muscatine, Iowa.
Alrighty, good morning.
Good morning, Brian.
So, the story behind this is that this is on a vacated portion of Jasper Ave. I think you guys should have a location map. If not, I did bring some extras.
Didn't turn it off, I don't think. But I
So
saw it.
technically, when we vacate a road, the large majority of our roads are through easement. The roads just go back to the original landowner. Bridges are considered an asset, so we cannot just vacate them technically. So the bridge should have either have been torn down or sold. That did not happen for whatever reason. So shortly after it was vacated, one of the landowners, in the documents it says Lyle, but he goes by Skip, and I don't believe Skip's here today. Randall Eichelberger, the other landowner out there, the bridge sits right on the section line, or the parcel line, excuse me. Randall was able to make it in today, if you guys had any questions about this, but, so shortly after it was vacated, Skip came in, requesting to purchase the bridge. I believe he wanted to do that because then he would have ownership of it, and he wanted to put some money into it as far as getting it to where he could safely cross with like an ATV. That was kind of the plan, wasn't it, Randall? Get to where he can cross ATV, UTV. And, you know, him thinking smartly about it, he wanted to make sure that the bridge was his before he started dumping money into it. So, in effort too. So that's kind of how this came about. And they've been very patient, very, very good to get along with. So, this will clear a bridge, off our list, and Randall is here if you had any questions for him, but, I'm recommending to proceed with this.
We don't have any requirement to do any kind of bidding or anything like that, do we? on this?
No, not with this. And it, you know, from a county standpoint, it is being sold as is. They've, understand that they're taking on all the liability, so. And it's a fairly well closed down section of road. I mean, I think,
You can't get to it.
yeah, you gotta cut through some other parcels to get to the road, so.
Works for me. I'll move approval.
Have a motion by Nathan,
I'll second.
second by Scott. This is a roll call. Any further discussion? This is a roll call vote. Scott?
Aye.
Nathan?
Aye.
I vote aye. Danny?
Aye.
And Kurt?
Aye.
Okay.
Cheers. Have fun.
We can get you some contact info for who sells them.
They're cheap.
Anything else this morning, Brian?
Yes, I want to give a construction project update. Our bridge out in North Isaac, they're continuing to work on false work. So basically, the substructure's done, all the piling's done, the abutments are done. So now they're working on getting the deck ready to pour. So hopefully here in the next couple weeks, we'll have a deck pour, and that bridge will keep moving forward. Our pavement markings, our annual pavement markings, Vogel, they should be in the next couple weeks. Excuse me. Our Moscow Road concrete overlay. Manats in the county has signed the contract documents, so they're currently sitting with the DOT waiting for their approval. Once they get approved, we can start having conversations with Manats and start knowing their rough schedule plan and get all that ironed out. So, and then we can get residents along the way notified. So,
What's your time frame? Just guessing is before anything
so the late
starts on that.
the late start date that the state put on it, I believe, is June 5th. And the DOT sets how many working days there are, and they set 110 working days for it. So I have a feeling it will go way fast. They won't need the 110 days, but we'll know a little bit more once we kind of talk to them and get their game plan. So I know Manats is in the area. They're working down on 92 there between Columbus Junction and Ainsworth. So.
Okay.
So that's what's on the construction side. On the design side, our office is pretty busy right now. We're working on our PCC patching on Vale Ave. That's pretty close to being complete. While we were putting together that project, we identified, though, a number of culverts that have issues. So that is going to be one of our maintenance culvert projects, our Call 25. We usually have one about every year. We did not have one last year, but usually we have a project where we'll bundle together some smaller culverts and do them all at once. Right now, we're also still working up on F-58 between Wilton and Durant. We're still working on the final phases of surveying, but once that's done, we'll hopefully start in on the design. That's pretty much all I had. So
I think you brought it up last week, but I seen on the news this morning, they're starting on those railroad tracks maybe today down on Pettibone.
yes,
Let everybody know again, because I think
Yes.
it'll be a detour down there.
yep. And I've kind of struggled to get a hold of Canadian Pacific just to verify they're down there today, but that is their game plan. So, which will be nice. That crossing definitely needs some work. So,
And I think we saw like a road closure notification go out end of week, last week, so hopefully
It was on
people saw
Channel
that.
6, 10 o'clock news last night.
Oh, really?
I'm sure that's when I saw it. The days kind of run together, but
so hopefully the weather stays nice for them. I think they were thinking about a week, but there's some rain in the forecast, so that could potentially slow them down.
Okay,
All right, thank you.
thank you, Brian.
Thanks, Brian.
Item number 5 is discussion of possible action to approve the minutes of the April 29th, 2024 regular meeting.
so moved.
Have a motion by Scott, second by Kurt. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Motion carries. Item 6 is correspondence. Scott, did you have anything?
I had nothing to note.
Nathan? Same. I had nothing. Danny?
I had nothing.
And Kurt? Okay. Committee reports. Kurt, did you have any?
I had none.
Danny?
None.
I had none last week.
I had an orientation session with Community Action of Eastern Iowa on Wednesday the 1st.
Scott?
I had none.
Okay. Items with the administration office. Item 8A is discussion of possible action to accept a proposal for consulting engineering services from A&J Associates for a jail building HVAC balancing contract review with General Services Supervisor Oscar Alvarez.
Good morning.
Morning, Oscar.
So the reason of this request is because we have a large system in the jail with so many hidden objects, moving parts, etc. So in summary, just a large tune-up to the building. We need to ensure that the pressures are right up and up. CFMs, PSGs, all kind of things moving there. We need to distribute evenly to the entire jail. So this is something that we haven't neglected because there have been so many transitions, so many components changing, etc. But it's recommended that every 10 years at least to have this tune-up. Now, we don't have it in these buildings because everything is for us to access and maintain individual parts. And this one are hidden objects that we don't get to see. So there's some instruments that would tell them you need more flow over here, or you need to restrict flow over here. You got bad bearings, you got a fan failing, et cetera, et cetera.
Okay.
Makes sense.
And this, we probably haven't done this since we did the Sally Ported project and all that.
That was the last one that we have records on. There was a previous one, like 10 years ago, for the administration side, where we had to change some BFVs, but other than that, we haven't really.
We haven't looked
gone
at
into
this in a
this.
while. Okay.
I just want to add thank you to Sheriff, because he takes care of the building, and I understand that he's gonna take care of the payment of this. It's a big one.
The sheriff is gonna cover the cost of it from his commissary fund.
There we go.
So thanks again, Clay.
So I have
I'll move.
a motion by Danny,
Second.
second by Nathan. Any further discussion? And A&J, I saw A&J was gonna do this work, yeah.
That is correct.
They're very familiar with our system. Okay,
They're gonna help us pick a vendor.
pick a vendor,
Yeah.
so they're not doing, they'll write the RFP and now evaluate the responses and, okay,
Yeah.
all right. So all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Motion carries. Anything else, Oscar?
No,
Thank you. Okay, item number 9, receive information from county employees. Any county employees wish to address the board on item not on the agenda?
step out when Lieutenant Buss was talking, Oscar reminded me that while they're using that space, it's likely that we'll still have the courthouse project and the jail project going on. We've got some preliminary ideas on laydown areas for the materials and the contractor staging. But thinking about the jail staff, particularly some of that, McCleary and I met about shifting some of the jail staff parking over across the street and trying to utilize some of the existing jail parking lot for material laydown. So since that's a 24/7 facility, there will be some cars using some more of our county parking space, but we'll mark that out. And that night out, we'll just have to deal with a little less space. We've got a pretty good idea of the laydown area for the courthouse project, staging in materials. It's gonna be right around that old, the historic jail building there, so it shouldn't take up, but just wanted you to be aware there may be a little bit less space than what they're, because we gotta have it for parking and staging, because those projects will be going on at that time.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I
And I'll
forgot.
touch base with him once we have our pre-con meetings and get everything finalized, where the official laydowns, but we're 99% sure on the courthouse where it's gonna be, because we met with them already, showed them.
Do
some
we
space.
know the start dates on those projects?
They
yet?
haven't called to schedule the pre-construction meetings yet, so I don't have a start.
So we have, that's the jail, the cladding, I'll call it. the
Insulated steel.
Insulated panels, and then we have also all the Renaissance work on the courthouse, okay.
Yep, yep.
Okay, thank you, Eric. Any other county employees wish? Okay, so seeing no one else, anyone from members from the public wish to address the board on an item not on the agenda this morning? Okay. I think we'll take about a 5-minute recess here, and then we're gonna come back and go into a non-public session. So it's 9.